Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jonathan Cohn, and today I have my book review of the book Angel Fire East by Terry Brooks. This is the third and final book in the Word and Void Trilogy that he wrote. Terry Brooks is most known for his Shannara work, which he wrote like 30 Shannara novels just about. He's also written a few other series. He wrote the Magic Kingdom of Landover series. He wrote recently the Child of Light series, and he also wrote the Angel Fire, or the not Angel Fire East, that's the book. The Word and Void series, and the Word and Void series is his kind of urban fantasy series, and it actually does connect to the greater Shannara universe. But it's an urban fantasy, whereas Shannara is epic fantasy. And so I've been reading through these because I had read all of the Shannara books and all of the Magic Kingdom books, so I wanted to read the rest of his catalog just to be able to, 100% Terry Brooks' work. And so I first read Running with the Demon, which I gave like a 6 out of 10. It was an entertaining story, kind of, but as a whole, it wasn't great because it just didn't really connect with me. It really just didn't connect. I felt it was Terry Brooks trying to write in the style of like a Stephen King, but Terry Brooks has a distinct style that works better for epic fantasy. And then I just felt that book 2, A Night of the Word, just was not entertaining. It was just so bland, and I thought that it really did not have enough to warrant it. And I feel very similar to book 3. The biggest redeeming quality of book 3 is the ending. The ending, the last like chapter-ish, is fantastic and absolutely is a good ending to the trilogy. But my general thoughts on the trilogy, really the way I feel about it, is that he definitely had enough plot to do the first book, and he only basically had a rough outline for books 2 and 3, and so he really stretched out these books. Even though these are really short books, they feel like not much is happening, and it's really just spending time with the characters. And that can work in some authors' works, but here it just doesn't. Again, some of the plot stuff feels like a retread of the first 2 books. Some of the character journeys are retreads of the first 2 books. And I was just so frustrated that the supernatural element was so non-existent in the book. There is a demon, because the whole trilogy is about the knights who fight the demons, basically. And the demon shows up in his disguise as a human at the beginning of the book. So the demon is kind of present throughout, but like he's not doing anything particularly demon-like. And so the book is just the main character of John Ross returning to Illinois, to Hopewell, to spend some time with Nest when he's found the Gypsy Morph. And the Gypsy Morph isn't doing anything particularly magical either. And then up until the last 50, 60 pages of the book, nothing magical is really happening. And even then, in the last 50, 60 pages, it's still pretty tame. And so I just feel like if you're going to do an urban fantasy series, go full out. Do a lot of, fantastical things, but make it weird and make it scary and stuff. And here it was just, I liked some of the character decisions, but they weren't enough to warrant the full book's worth. It felt like it felt like he was just stretching it out to make a trilogy, because that's what you do. You write trilogies. But sometimes you could have just, I think that I would respect this series a lot more if he had just written Running with the Demon as a standalone. Just said, one and done. That's it. Instead, by making it a trilogy, he kind of cheapened the experience of the trilogy overall. That being said, let me touch on the end. I won't spoil anything, but I'll just say that there is what is the ending of the book for Nest Freemark is a very solid ending. It is very, I would say, it was a controversial choice for Terry Brooks to make this, but at the same time, I think it is a very fitting ending for the character. Then you have the ending for John Ross, which I thought was absolutely poetic. The ending of the story for John Ross is fantastic. I loved it. I thought it was great. So I will give credit. He sticks the landing in the last couple of pages, but you have to read the whole book to get there. So, as a whole, the thing about this book, I'm going to give it like a 5.5 out of 10. Like, it's slightly in the better, it's more, if 5 is a true not good, not bad, and below it is bad, and above it is good. It's slightly on the edge of being on the good side just because I thought the ending was really solid. Whereas I put Night of the Word solidly at 5, and I put Running with the Demon at like a 6. So the series as a whole, it gets like a overall rating of about a 5.5-ish. So I'm disappointed because this is one of the weaker Terry Brooks series for me. I just think that his style works so well. There's a reason that he did 30 plus Shannara novels and is still doing Shannara now with his new First Druid series. The reason is because it works so well. It resonates. And maybe there are some fans of the Word and Void Trilogy. I'm sure there are. If you love it, great. It worked out for you. It's great. But I think that this just was not his right style. And so I feel bad that the fandom bullied him into doing specifically Shannara, and that's why he was like, all right, well, I'm going to tie in Word and Void and make you read that. I felt bad that the fandom bullied him about it, but I think he should have realized that he should have continued writing other epic fantasy series, maybe for other epic fantasy universes. But urban fantasy just doesn't seem to be his strong suit. So that is my review of Angel Fire East. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I just thought it was okay, but had a good ending. So if you've read Angel Fire East, let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. And until next time, I'm Jonathan, and thank you for watching.